What is up, everyone? How are we doing tonight? Jacob Daniel, welcome to the live stream. Spades Gamer, it's good to see you guys here. I'm back on webcam. I finally got my webcam fixed, so we're going to be using that for live streams. And I actually getting an upgrade here pretty soon because I bought a nice Nikon, and I need to learn how to connect it to my computer. But eventually, I'm going to have like a much nicer camera for live streams and videos. But hey, we're back and live streaming again. So I did a live stream last night. Uh, that was just a very specific thing I wanted to do. But tonight's live stream goal is to just absolutely smoke a bunch of these rocket contracts. So I've already gone through it. I set this up. We're doing the Drew orbit contract, which will take us to 188 kilometers by 2818 kilometers, and then also where is it? CubeSat, here it is. This orbit 115 kilometers to 948 kilometers. We can do these on the same orbit because usually the overlap. Yeah, here's the overlap, 550-kilometer overlap. So if we just meet, oh, actually no, I had that math wrong in my head. We're not going to do it on the same orbit, but we can still do it on the same mission because I'll get to this orbit, deploy the CubeSats, and then go a little further to get to this orbit, and then go a little further and get into Brigo orbit. So what we're going to be using is this rocket that I whipped up real quick. And it's going to be two-stage, liquid first stage with a gas generator, open cycle engine here. Good thrust weight ratio, plenty of delta V in the engine. And then our upper stage, is right here. It's the same engine we've been using, but I'm using a Bell nozzle instead. So it has a very high thrust weight ratio. Actually, we can tone this down. What if we do something like this? Let's go 70 and then make this stage more. That's good. 3.68 and then 1.68. Make this a little bit taller just to give us a little bit more margin for delta V for the mission. But other than that, should be pretty cut and dry. Let's go ahead and throw our payloads in. We're using, how many payloads do we need to launch? 4 satellites. Got it. So we're going to use a strut. I've noticed you can't use symmetry with these payload parts. Like it doesn't, the symmetry is disabled for payloads, so you have to add like a mount or something. You basically have to add something to attach it to. And I like to use the struts because they're simple. So strut. Payload on top of strut. Select the strut. Give it 4-way symmetry. Put the nose cone back on and call it good. So this rocket is ready to go. Check our staging real quick. Yeah. Always got to check our staging because of these reasons. Okay, so we got payloads on the end. This is all in the middle and our initial launch. That should do it. We're going to go ahead and launch from the Ollie launch pad, which I believe we unlocked in the last live stream. So this is going to let us launch much bigger rockets. Like pretty much full-scale rockets. Not just like small amateur rockets. Throttle up. Light the engine. We're going to go ahead and turn over just a little bit for our initial, and then we're just going to go ahead and time warp through this for expediency's sake. Because this launch is not going to be anything unique. And just monitoring my apoapsis. Going to throttle down as we get higher up. Go to space view here, or not space view, but map view here. Looking pretty good so far. Not too shabby. We're pretty much right there. Nope, gotta pitch up a little bit. Keep from having our apoapsis fall back down. Okay, we're gonna go back to normal time acceleration. And there we are. We're in orbit. Now we're just raising our apoapsis. So we're at 250, which brings this up to 948-ish. We'll get a little closer to the actual target. I'm starting to think that I might not have enough Delta V on this rocket, actually. There go the payloads. So this mission's a success just by, like, cost, as long as we get the Brigo orbit, or no, the Drew orbit contract. But now that I'm seeing it, we might actually have some issues getting to Brigo here. Let's time warp for a bit. Well, I'm going to wait for Brigo to come around to about here, and then we'll do the rest of the burn. I'm waiting for our transfer window to come back around, so this is going to be a couple of days. Let it go. Not even a couple of days, like one day. Alright. Alright, this is our approach right here. And we're coming up on our second contract here, 2,818 kilometers. And this one has much tighter margins. We need to get fairly close to the target. Oh, my periapsis needs to be higher? Oh, shoot. I should have raised that earlier. Okay, hold on. This is recoverable. We just need to be quick about it. Okay. Done. Now let's come back around here. Throttle up. I think we'll have enough fuel to get an encounter. I don't think we're going to have enough fuel to do an orbital insertion with Brigo. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. We're not going to do it. So there's our encounter. That's great and all. How much Delta V do we have on this stage? What do we have to work with here? 698 meters per second. So we need to be very judicious about how we budget this. I need to burn anti-normal right here. Okay. So this is going to lower our inclination. And I need to do it now, because it's going to cost me a lot more to change my inclination later. Okay. I think that's as good as we're going to get it. We're going to lock retrograde, and hopefully we'll have enough fuel left in the tank. We have 3% of our fuel remaining, which is not a lot. Come back here. Okay. What's our Delta V remaining now? 354 meters per second. Okay. Let's point radial in. I'm just going to give it a nice, gentle burn in. I'm trying to get as close as I can, because what I'm going to use is the Oberth effect. Burning closer to the celestial bodies gives me better efficiency, more bang for my buck. So if I get nice and close, I don't need a nice orbit, I just need an orbit. Boom. With how much Delta V do I have left? I have no Delta V. That was everything. That was exactly enough fuel for that mission. Well, I'm glad I increased the size of the fuel tanks at the very end there. Otherwise, that would not have succeeded. Yeah, we are in orbit around Brigo. Beautiful. So this is the smaller of the 3 moons of Drew. This is the closest. It is also the lumpiest, I guess you could say, because there's a huge. I don't know if it's visible right now. No, it's on the dark side of the moon right now, but there is a huge crater right there. Massive impact basin right there. Alright, that's it for that. Don't need to keep that craft around, we'll just destroy it. It's gone forever. We have some more tech points for completing that mission. We also have a contract to get a Luna orbit or a TT flyby. TT is the extremely small and extremely far away asteroid. Let's do these contracts. These CubeSat missions are easy, and 1 million each. We can throw a couple CubeSats on our rocket, call it good. And I can basically deploy them all to the same altitude. I don't want another Valley Air Race, and I don't need the Cutting Corners Air Race. Are there any other contracts we could take on? Another Drew Orbit contract, that's easy. Do we do the Luna Orbit? Alright, chat, tell me what we should do. Do we do Luna Orbit? Which is a progression, so it's like a milestone mission we need to do. Or do we do a flyby of the tiny asteroid? We get tech points if we crew the vehicle, but that also means we need to return the vehicle, which adds to the complexity. We have plenty of money. Do I have heat shields? I can unlock heat shields. I've got parachutes. But I don't have a lot of stages to work with, so I'm kind of hesitant to do anything like that. A big manned lunar mission might be a little beyond the scope of my space agency right now. Let's do overcomplicating things, because that gives me more stages. Because like right now, I can't even build like a decent sized rocket, really. Hold on. Is the stream doing alright? YouTube is saying the stream's not getting enough information, but my OBS is saying it's fine. Okay. Well, hopefully that's fine. Alright. I think we do the Luna orbit, because I really don't want to deal with TT. It's hard to get to. Luna is actually a lot easier to get to. But we're going to need to upgrade our rocket pretty substantially. So, this is nice and all, but it's not big enough. One thing we can do, though, we'll leave this the same. How many payloads am I bringing? 6 total? Okay. There we go. Alright, so those are our payloads. That's easy. Put that back. We're going to make this much larger. So a lunar capable rocket needs to be pretty freaking big. So we're going to go ahead and take this to a 1.5 diameter radius. So more like that as far as scale goes. The 1.5, okay. And then down here, we're going to have to boost this up quite a bit. We do 4 engines. How much thrust weight ratio does that give us? We're gonna need a lot more because this is gonna get big. Like that big. Call that 15 meters tall for the first stage. Yeah, that's going to have to be much bigger. Let's go 85. 85 is plenty big, yeah. All right, that works. So we'll do 85% size for our first stage rockets. Is the fucking live stream? What's going on with the live stream? There we go. Can you hear me? Is it working? Audio says it's going through. Hold on. Is it working? Audio says... Yeah, I know there's not a whole lot of people watching. That's fine. I just want to make sure that it's actually, like, going through. All right, sweet. YouTube was telling me, like, you're absolutely screwed. Things are wrong. But as long as you guys say it's fine, then I believe you. Okay. What do we got? 1.94. Let's just look at our staging analysis here. 3.32. That's plenty of thrust weight ratio. We can honestly make this taller. 18. 1.69. That's good. So I like to keep the thrust weight ratio 1.4 to 1.7 on the launch pad. And that's right about it. 1.49 on the launch pad. And then our upper stage vacuum optimized engine. We're going to do the same size of engine as the first stage, but it's going to be fully vacuum optimized. So I can really make this bigger here. We'll do a 5-meter long upper stage. Oh, come on, just let me adjust it. 5, there we go. That's not what I wanted. Come on. Cooperate, please. There we go. Alright, sweet. That looks pretty good. Let's go check our staging again. 1.56 to 1.38. 1.38 is fine. We can make that work. And then our upper stage has plenty of delta V, 6.8 kilometers. So this is going to be our, like, medium lift, lunar capable, large payload rocket right here. And we're going to use this for a lot of different launches. We're going to do career mode rocket 3. So the way I'm, like, organizing the numbers and the names of the rockets, the 1 series. So if I save this, right? Double save it just to make sure I'm paranoid. Like the 1 series here are all little rockets. The 2s are going to be like small sat launchers. And then the 3s are going to be, much larger rockets. And then if we need to do 4s, they'll be like heavy lift variants. All right, but this guy is ready for the launch pad. Let's give her a go. Should not have any issues on this flight. Oh, Potato in Canada, welcome back to the live stream. Is this based off the Falcon 1? Kinda. Not like consciously, but it does bear some resemblances, for sure. Alright. She's off the launch pad. Give it a second before I lock the heading to prograde here. Do it now. Don't need that. Don't need that. So I've got all my telemetry data on the left, and then we've got 2 contracts that we're going to knock out real quick, and the third one after that, and then we'll go for our Luna shot. But first, I'm gonna wait till my orbit is lined up with Luna, and so once we're in position for that, then we'll start, positioning for the other 2 contracts. Alright, we'll do 5 times time acceleration. I don't need to, like, sit here and wait for this rocket to get into orbit. Just gonna throttle down. Okay, there we go. We'll hold it right there. Second stage is going. So thrust to weight ratio, we're right at a 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio and climbing. We're going to pitch up just a little bit because I don't want to fall back just quite yet. Hold that, hold that. Okay, we'll let it fall back down a little bit. Okay, we are in orbit. There, and we meet criteria for both of these missions. Go ahead and throttle a little bit more. And deploy our CubeSat payload, so they are off. Now, let's start focusing on getting to Luna. So I need to do my burn right about where I'm at. So screw it. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and throttle all the way up. Lock prograde, time accelerate, and let us catch it as we go out there. That's actually pretty convenient. We're lined up very nicely for this Luna encounter. Okay, so we're a little early, which is okay. We're just going to overshoot. We're going to lock anti-normal again because we need to do an inclination change. Because our orbit, you can see, is at a pretty steep angle here. So we cross over the equator right at that blue arrow. Right there. We are at 0 now, so if I just throttle up. Now we're going to push our inclination down. And I want to get it in the, like, 500s. That's my target right now. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to get it in the 500s. What I can do, though, is burn retrograde briefly. And then go anti-normal again. And it'll, again, push us down to be flat with Luna. Right there is good. All right, perfect. We'll lock retrograde, time warp out to our intercept. Which we're here. So we've made it into the sphere of influence of Luna. I've already got one vehicle that I put around Luna. We're about to make it 2. No, I don't need a quick save. We got... This is easy. This is not a quick save moment right here. I got plenty of fuel to make the burn. There we go. I just need to get this under 6,000. Eccentricity less than 1. Oh, I totally forgot to do the... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I forgot to do the Drew orbit contract. That's fine. Let's circularize this just a little bit more for funsies. We overdid it a little bit. It's fine. Destroy craft. It's fine. We don't need to keep it there. We got 257 million bucks. So there's a Luna Explorer mission, and this is what I built this rocket for. So I over-engineered that rocket, pretty clearly. But we're going to do this and this, both of these missions, and the True Orbit mission. Rack in a lot of dough here, guys. This is going to be very lucrative. But first thing I need to do is put on my payload. This is the Luna Explorer mission, so we're going to add an actual probe right there. Which means I can ditch the CubeSats. We're going to leave these little struts on, though. And then for future CubeSat missions, they'll be available. But this guy is going to go right in the middle. So that's our payload. We don't really need to change anything else with the rocket. It's good to go as is. Which was like the goal with this rocket, is make it plenty big so that I can do like the next 5 or 6 missions without having to go back and redesign it or change things. This time we're going to be smarter, though. This time we're going to do all the missions that we said we would do. Wait for morning. Oh, well, overshot a little bit. That's fine. Alright. So, we need to target Luna. Throttle up. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, hold on. I'm not going back to the drawing board. We're just going to fix this. We're going to do the staging manually, like we're a spaceflight simulator player before they added the staging option. Am I away from home again? No, I moved. I moved my entire life to Hawaii. I don't live in Connecticut anymore, which is why I'm streaming at weird times from what I used to. Yeah, this is like the evening for me. Like, you know, it's 8 o'clock right now, my time. Alright. Lock prograde a little earlier. And do 5 times acceleration. Alright, looking good on our trajectory. No worries so far. I'm going to manually stage the fairings. So what's the one rule, guys? What's the one rule? Check your staging. I didn't check my staging, and so my payloads are on my first stage. So we're going to manually stage this rocket. Alright. Booster stage falls away. Upper stage goes to orbit. Good. Alright, sweet. Manual staging complete. Now we just have the payload to deploy. And we let it ride. I think not really going to need any more user input to get it the rest of the way into orbit here. We're just going to let it cook, because we should be in orbit here any second. You should recover your stage for extra cash. I don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. The amount of, like, money is not really a limiting factor. If I wanted to later, maybe, but for these earlier missions, not going to bother. Okay, we're in orbit. We're going to go just a little bit later, right about here. This is going to be our Luna orbit trajectories right here. So as not to have to burn extra. And then I'm remembering this time, guys. I'm remembering this time. Right here. Right here. Where is it? Right there. We're actually going to do the contract. We're not forgetting. So 3,237. Oh! Shit. I'm not going to quick save. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stop my engine now. Because I just realized our periapsis is wrong. By just a couple kilometers. Alright, there. Now it's right. Now we have to swing up. Swing back down. Now we've got to burn even later. Oh, son of a gun. I'm not going to quick save. We're going to recover it. We're just going to let time pass. It's fine. Okay. Got this contract. Done. Now, I'm going to wait for the moon to come around. Can I... Get rid of those. We're gonna let the orbit, come back around. I don't know why this game why is it like freaking out every time I get close to the planet? Like, why is it lagging there? It shouldn't be lagging here. There's nothing. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's I think I know what it is. It lags when I get close because I have like the high graphics on. It's fine. We'll tolerate that. Come on. Come on. Alright, it's a little glitchy, but we're just going to let this cook for a second. Alright, I think this is our window right here. So we spent a couple extra days in orbit, but other than the extra days in orbit, it's fine. Alright, that's a Brigo encounter. I hope that doesn't screw with us too hard. Okay, so now we have 2 encounters back to back. I wonder, can we make something a little bit more out of this? Brigo? Yeah. Do you say Brigo? I say Brigo. Usually a vowel on its own like that would be like Brigo. Yeah, we're doing a gravity assist on this mission. So let's select Brigo as the target here. I'm flattening out my orbit. There we go. But now, because I did that burn, I've lost some of my apoapsis or apogee. There it is. So this actually isn't a gravity assist per se. Not really. Because it's not actually assisting. It's not really doing anything for us. There we go. I've not unlocked burn plans. I'm doing this all just by memory and eye. Which is making it kind of fun, It's like flying stick. We're flying stick right now. Now, I want to end up in a slightly polar trajectory. It watches all these orbits change. Okay, good. Okay, well, that's a collision. Which, you know, that's progress of a sort. That's a close encounter right there, for sure. No, I'm going the wrong direction. See, this is why I want to do plan burns, though. You should use plan burns, because otherwise you end up burning the wrong direction for a little bit. It's a good thing this rocket has lots of extra fuel in it, so I can make some mistakes like this. Come on. Come on. Stop hitting the planet. Come on. Do I need to burn radial in? No, radial out. There we go. So that this green line right here, this is our final orbit this kicks us into. So this is what a gravity assist does, right? I have an orbit. This blue line right here is basically my orbit. Now, you know, like the amount of energy it takes to get in this like eccentric orbit right here is pretty high. But after I encounter the moon, it puts me in this much, much, much bigger orbit right here. This is the gravity assist. This is what it means to do a gravity assist. So I've got a much higher energy orbit at the end. Now, we're not actually going to this orbit. We're going to use the gravity assist. And we're going to put ourselves in orbit. But, like, this is a really great example of what a gravity assist actually does for you as far as, like, changing your velocity without burning extra fuel. Alright, here comes our first encounter with Brigo. First flyby. And there's a beautiful shot of Brigo and the crater. And we fly right on past Brigo. And here we are at Luna. Now I just need to get her in orbit. We're at a 56.6 kilometer perigee. I'm just going to use the trajectory stuff here. That's all I need for this. Seven, almost there, 6,000. All right, we'll call it here. Throttle up. All right, now we just throttle down. Nice, controlled. I'm just going to lower our apoapsis a little bit more. We're going to go basically to the bottom of the band for this contract. Okay. Now we need to raise our apoapsis. So we're in orbit, but we need a slightly rounder orbit. So eccentricity of 0.1. There's our Luna orbit, and deploy the probe right there. That's like 200 million extra to our budget here. And there's our probe. All right, we're done. That's it. And flight will destroy the craft. I don't need extra space debris clouding the area, you know. All right, that rips through a lot of contracts. We still have a explorer mission here. We have the Silero flyby. We could do it. It's almost $1 billion. $750 million to do a Silero flyby. It's big money. But I think we're going to wait. We're going to do torpedo instead. And then we could do this Drew surface rescue. That actually wouldn't be too bad. I don't know how far away he is from the village. We could do a space rescue. But we still don't have heat shields. The thing I did to rescue that other guy was sketchy. I don't like doing it like that. We'll do torpedo first. Because that's easy. And I already have a torpedo, like, pre-built. So this will be fast. Alright, save. Yes. Career mode torpedo. Here's our torpedo. Pre-built APB-5 Mark 48 heavyweight torpedo. Let it load, let it load, let it load, load, load. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. Not wrong launch. Wrong launch location. This is the desert, not the water. That's going to make it difficult to use this torpedo. DSC Bay, right launch location. It's important not to get that messed up, because launching a torpedo in the desert is pretty difficult. Oh, wait. Don't crash, game. Please don't crash. There we go. Alright, we are in. We just need to do 30 meters per second, right? Oh, this is actually a little too slow. Okay, hold on. I was wrong, everyone. I was wrong, and I admit it. We need a faster torpedo. Shoot. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go straight to the electric motors. And give them a little bit more torque. We'll do 8.5 and an RPM clamp of 1200. 8.5.7 RPM clamp 1200. I just need to make sure that I make them the same. Whatever I do, they need to be the same. Otherwise, it'll throw the bounce off on the torpedo. The Afterman. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Have I ever gone to, like, have I ever fallen into the star? I've not deliberately fallen into the star before. Alright. 27 meters per second. Not the same as 30, though. Can I, like, if I get to deeper water, could I wonder if I can get out to, like, deeper water and then try to gun it a little bit. Nope, nope, that broke. Okay, we just need more. It's cooking through the water pretty quick. I mean, we're doing 27. I just need a little bit more to get over that 30. So, electric motor, we'll start with the top one. 110 for torque. And I didn't look at how much, what our RPMs were. Because if the propellers aren't actually getting up to the RPM clamp, then increasing the RPM clamp doesn't do anything, and you just need more torque. But I increased both anyway, just to be safe. Even though it's not necessary. There we go. 34 meters per second is plenty of speed. And we've done the contract. All right. Yep, she's fast, all right. Great. End flight. That's right. Okay. Now we can fish the torpedo off the bottom. We gotta squeeze in that $43,000 we spent, everyone. We gotta pinch our pennies. I'm not doing that, though. That's dumb. That's a stupid contract. A couple of TT orbits. All right, it looks like we're doing TT next because that's what it wants. It wants an explorer mission. Actually, here's what's weird. Getting to TT is $50 million. Getting a payload there, less than $1 million. The flyby, $100 million. So I don't know what's going on with these contracts. We're going to accept all three of these. And the CubeSat mission. We're going to use our big rocket because that should have the Delta V we need to get all the way out to that tiny little asteroid. Should we go for a landing while we're at it? We don't have the technology unlocked yet for a landing. Potato and Cannon. Well, have a good night. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. How many CubeSats do we need? We need 5. I can do 5. Boom. Checking my staging now. Payloads go on the top. Alright. Sick. Alright. Fixed our staging. Launching from the Ollie launch pad. 4 contracts in 1 mission? I think this is 4, right? Yeah, 4. Because we got the CubeSat, the flyby, the orbit, and the explorer for 4 contracts. A lot of money here on the line. Launch. Start our burn over. Just letting it rip. Go orbit. Throttle down. Throttle down some more. Throttle down some more. How is Tom doing? Tom is doing great. So he is not living with us right now because where we live, pets are a nightmare in Hawaii. Like getting them to the island. So we don't have him with us. He is living with my in-laws in Oregon, and he is living his absolute best life. He loves it there. They have a big backyard. They're in a rural area where he can like go outside and do whatever he pleases. He has learned how to hunt. I have found out from talking to my in-laws that he kills rabbits now, which is pretty badass. That's a pretty metal thing to do. So he is quite the... Oh, son of a gun. What am I doing, guys? TT's the other direction. I'm flying the wrong way. Like an idiot. Oh, no. Alright, so the reason TT sucks. Buckle in. We're going to have a little lesson here. Its orbit is backwards from all the other orbits. It goes west to east. And it's also on this weirdly inclined orbit that is very difficult to get to. So while I rotate this way, he is rotating the other way. So what I need to do is line up these 2 rings. So right here, where this red this like very small red ring and my blue ring here line up more or less right about here. I need to point west and slightly north and burn in the opposite direction from how I normally burn. Because TT is the wrong direction. Which is why it's so difficult to get to. Alright, second stage is burning. There we go. And the reason I burned a little bit more to the south is I'm trying to push my inclination to be in line with TT's. Like right now my inclination is 161, and our target has an inclination of 160, so that's actually really good. Our inclination is right where it needs to be. Good. Good. Now we just need to get our orbit there. Almost there. Okay. Good. So we're in orbit. Now we just need to get to TT. So I need to put it... and this is going to be tricky without a planned burn. Because I can't do planned burns still. Oh, boy. We're going to ballpark this. I think I need to hit it right about here. Right about here. So I'm going to wait. I think now's when we do it. This is as good as it's going to get. We're going to get to our first payload deployment altitude first, though. And I can't see what I'm doing. This is going to make deploying the CubeSats hard. 1's away. 2's away. 3's away. 4's away. 5's away. Alright, CubeSat mission done. And you can see in the glow there, that's where the CubeSats went. Don't need that anymore. I think we're on the right track. Based on where our closest point of approach is, it looks like we're on the right track. We might be a little bit off, but, you know, we're within the tolerance here. And we blew right past it. All right. So that's the other challenge with TT, is you need to be very, very precise with your burns. Okay. So we're just a little off here. And this would have been like a perfectly normal approach to any other planet, but TT's sphere of influence is so tiny. Lock normal. Which direction are we traveling in? No, lock anti-normal. Because I need to raise this. Oh, right. Anti-normal is up backwards now. Okay. That's fine. So we're just going to do a slow burn right here. Very slow, very small. All we're doing is raising our inclination to match TT's a little bit better. All right, that's good. We're going to go prograde now, and then just, we're going to do 1/10 time acceleration because this is going to be very sensitive. 1/10 time acceleration and 1% thrust is actually quite a bit here. It's more than we need. And now we time warp. And this is going to be like a couple of days transit. Yeah, 2 days to get out here. Alright, we are in the sphere of TT, and apparently this is the first time I've done this on my computer, because I just got a Steam award for it. So hey, we got a Steam award for this. That's pretty cool. Now we put ourselves in orbit. And that's periapsis. Orbital velocity for TT is also stupid small. Hold on. Let's get a little closer to perigee. There we go. Orbital velocity is like 20 meters per second. You could kick a soccer ball into orbit on TT. I'm serious. It's not that fast. Okay, 65 meters per second. So you could throw a baseball into orbit. Oh, shoot. We need to extend our apoapsis, actually. That's fine. That's not hard. A little bit of extra fuel here. And detach our Explorer probe. Boom. Last part of the contract is complete. Our Explorer probe is in orbit around TT. Now I need to adjust my eccentricity. There we go. All contracts are complete. We'll just destroy the transfer vehicle. And we got 80 tech points to work with from all those contracts. Pretty good, pretty good. Brigo Impactor? Heck yeah. So basically land... Brigo Impactor is basically land hard is the name of the game here. That's easy enough. Tech tree, what can we unlock? We have 80 tech points, which means I'm going to go for heat shields. We can get that. Now we can do some manned missions. And I just got another Steam award. That's nice. Very cool. All right, Brigo Impactor. We're going to go for that one. We're using our smaller guy. Have I ever messed around in Planet Studio? I have, but only very basically. I've not really learned how to build anything in it yet. It's one thing I want to do, maybe like a live stream where I design a planet. I think that'd be cool. All right, we're going down in scale. We're going to use our small launch vehicle. Oh, that impact was actually pretty big, huh? How heavy is this? 36 kilograms? Never mind. It's fine. 36 kilograms, we can absolutely get into our desired orbit. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to change with this. We're just going to send it. $200 million contract being launched on a $1 million rocket. Pretty good. Pretty good as far as, like, margin for profit here. Yeah, I wish I knew how to do Planet Studio better. I think it would actually be really cool to sit down and like design a world. And that would be a good streaming topic, I think. I think people would like to watch that. Alright, Brigo. Throttle up. Didn't check my staging. Son of a gun. I heard the staging sound play before I'd even gone back into the game. Building structures is pretty easy. Well, that's good. Yeah, I've always thought it'd be cool to like just take Drew and then just add a bunch of new bases to it. And like new locations you can go visit. I am actually an idiot. That's like third time this stream that I've done this. I'm not intelligent. Like I'm a nuclear engineer, a naval officer, and retarded all at the same time. It's definitely possible. You can be all those things at once. They're not mutually exclusive. All right, pretty standard orbit. We're going up. We'll hold that there for a second. All right, let it go. There's our rocket. I like the black undercut, like lower stage. It reminds me of Firefly Aerospace, I think it is, the actual real world company. And absolutely blasted that interstage. Okay. We're almost out of the atmosphere. Yeah, we'll let the fairing go at this point. Am I actually going to have enough delta V? Is this heavier than I thought it'd be? I'm not going to have enough delta V. I thought this would get it into orbit. I'm actually surprised. That didn't do it. It may be the beer. It's not the beer. I have been sipping a single drink for the past hour and a half. It's not the beer. It's just because I'm stupid. Okay. We need to back to the drawing board on this guy. This needs to be bigger. Oh, you know what? Airbag. The airbags weigh 37 kilograms. How much does the payload weigh, though? Satellite impactor? Okay. What? Stop. There we go. So the satellite weighs more. We'll go 2 meters on the upper stage. 7 meters on the lower stage, so just stretch out both stages. Stage 1, what does that get me in terms of performance? Not a high enough thrust to weight ratio. We'll do a 6.5% size first stage engine, and we're also going to tuck that up a little bit. Can I get a little bit more out of this? Take it to 8. Starting thrust weight ratio 1.55, 212 kilometers per second delta V. Upper stage 82%, or 82 thrust weight ratio 1.98 kilometers per second. Oh wow. Okay, that is substantially decreasing our thrust weight ratio. I thought this would be, how heavy is this actually? 3.72 tons? Oh no, it's okay, it's heavy. It is actually heavy. Like it's a heavy load. %, and then let's scale back our throat size quite a bit. 35%, there we go. Okay. How's that do us in terms of performance? Better. That looks better. We could add a solid rocket booster. How much does this cost? 1.2 mil? Yeah, better safe than sorry. Let's throw the SRBs on there. I'm just anticipating this being heavier and more. So our solid rocket boosters are going to be 80 centimeters in diameter. We'll just do a straight pipe down. Minimize that. Yeah, we'll call that good. I'm not doing any, we're not gonna like make it look nice or anything. We're just gonna make something functional here. Mirror and then staging. Okay. I think that's plenty, right? 3 engines. 200 stages, interstage. Yep, looks good. Send it. She's going to the launch pad. 1.65 bare minimum per starting thrust weight ratio. It can be a little higher or a little lower. You can flex that number a little bit. You copied my spreadsheet, Jacob Daniels? That's okay. I'll allow it. It's a good spreadsheet. Everyone needs a good spreadsheet in their life, you know? Alright. We have plenty of initial thrust weight ratio. So I'm throttling down my main engine. We're going to let the SRBs carry us most of the way. Do our roll program here. Looks good. Throw up a little bit. Lock prograde, and then we're just going to let it cruise. Alright. Solid rocket boosters have separated. We've got a 2-0 or 2-to-1 thrust weight ratio, pretty good. Just going to keep throttling down here as we go up. Alright, this should get into orbit. I swear. This should get to orbit. Yeah, we got plenty of delta V to work with. Throttling down a little bit here and just kind of letting it coast into this last little bit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start lining up for our Brigo launch. So, throttle down a little bit more. We're going to want to take off from right about here. Actually, right about here. Oh, we don't have enough delta V. Dang it! Dang it! All right. Okay. I was just wrong about how much this rocket needs to get, to get up there. We need the big boy. We're going to save this craft as 2.1 in case we need a slightly stronger rocket for smaller missions, but let's go to our career rocket 3. We're going straight to the big leagues here. Get rid of the last payloads. Give me my impactor. Alright, if this doesn't have the Delta V, nothing does. Straight up, nothing does. Yep. Launch. We'll wait till daytime. I don't like launching at night. Alright. Off the launch pad. Locked prograde. How much Delta V do I need? More than I thought I did. Alright, second stage is firing. Almost there, almost there. Give it a second. Here we go, and we are in orbit. Now we're in orbit. Alright, where's Brigo? Lock on it. Time warp around to right about here. Do a quick inclination change just by burning a little bit north. And then looks like we were a little late. No, we were fine. I was going to say we were a little late, but we were fine. Now we focus on moving our closest point of approach to a collision with Brigo. Again, I'm just making small adjustments here. Closest point of approach. We're trying to get a collision. But I want my... Instead of, like, flying right into it, we're going to burn over the... like... Just, like, skim by it, and then as I fly by, we'll do a quick burn. Just want to get to, like, 60, 50, 30. Yeah, 30 is good. Alright, time warp. Bring the impactor to the surface under 100 meters per second. How much Delta V do I have? Plenty. 2,000 meters per second at Delta V. Alright, we're going to do the rest all from here. I want to land on the day side. And I've got enough Delta V to do it, so we're just going to do it. There we go. Alright, now we're going to crash on the day side of Brigo. All I got to do is slow her down, which we've got plenty of fuel to do here. Again, pumping the brakes, pumping the brakes, pumping the brakes. We're trying to slow down. 38 kilometers to release range, and then crash under 100 meters per second. I'm not going to kill all my velocity just yet. We're going to do it now. Okay. We'll do one more last burn, and then I'm going to flip and release. All right, impactor is falling. And it landed. That counts as a landing, guys. We have landed on Brigo. And these are the airbags, the impact absorber and the airbags. I have completed the contract Brigo impactor. All right. Excellent. Done. Done, diggity dog. Let's see what's next. More satellite missions. Man, I wish... Is there any, like, other missions? Did we cancel something? Or reject something that was, like, a progression mission? Fast roller. We could do this. Could do a fast roller real quick. What else? Valley Air Race, Endurance Trip, Torpedo, Fireworks, Village Race. No, these are all fine. We've got 65 tech points. Let's see what we can unlock. Touching the Sky, if we want extra wing size. Could do that. I think we're going to do off-roader, and here's why. I want to do that surface rescue. Where is it? This one. Let's reject a CubeSat mission. We'll also accept the endurance trip. We're going to do the rescue mission, but we're going to do a land. We're going to do a crawler. We're not going to do a flyer. The flying one was hard. I've got a buggy, don't I? Racing buggy? That's a dumb looking thing. There's my biplane. Do I have like a good car? We've got this car. This is an old build of mine. And a bunch of the stuff on here I can't actually use, I don't think. Yeah, monopropellants can't use. Gotta get rid of those. Alright, we're going to use this buggy design that I made a long time ago. We're going to strip down all the extra parts that are not allowed. EVA chairs are outdated, that's true. Also, these multifunction screens I gotta get rid of. This light I have to get rid of. All of it. We're stripping it down. Drop the chair. Drop the headlights. Man, I like the headlights on this thing too. I felt like I really had a nice thing going here with those. I don't think I can even have these beacon lights. Everything's coming off. Alright. Let's re-add the chair. What is this? This is a gyroscope? Don't need that. Re-add the chair. But one that was, you know, more recent. Throw that in there, and we'll mirror it. And then put another one in the back. Same deal. Get them to line up real quick. Mirror those as well. Nice. All right. Boop, boop. Anything else? I went with tan for this, which is fine, but what are these? This is a battery? Yeah, just a battery? Okay. Stretch this out a little bit. Also make this a little bigger. Like if I'm going to have it on here, I might as well have it actually make a difference. You know, actually absorb some energy. Make it a little bigger. Whoops. Okay, that's not what I expected to happen, though. This will just make this longer manually. Okay. Okay, are these still set up right? Is that backwards? Hold on. Oh, I can't even use this anymore. We gotta ditch the shocks too. Dang. All right. Drop, drop. Throw that away. Throw that away. Drop, drop. Chuck that. Here's what we're gonna do. Auto resize off. Auto resize off. I'm just gonna make these bigger. Connect them. And mirror it. Sick. All right. Will this drive? Will it let me launch it? Attempt to autofix. The roof's too big? Really? That's your issue? Ah, you're breaking my balls here, game. Structure panel's too big? That's dumb. What a dumb thing. Now it looks stupid. And the solar panel's not connected to the craft. Gee, thanks, game. I didn't realize. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the solar panel as a roof. Because we're real smart like that. We're real clever like that. Why would you mirror that way? Why on earth would you mirror that way? Who in the world said that that was the right way to mirror? What? Okay. You've lost your privileges of being the root part now. Where is... Okay. Undo you. Connect you. There we go. Make them not quite as wide. Make them just a little bit wider. Does that look good? Battery's not symmetrical. Yeah. This is a battery right here, which is obnoxiously too large. That's a huge battery. It's fine. Like we're not gonna break this, so we'll get it back. But this is an expensive car. Can I add struts again and then just make them smaller? How big can I make a strut right now? That's pretty big. I feel like I could have... Okay. That's a pretty big strut. I don't know why I was saying the strut root was too large. Because that's pretty large. World. Push that out a little bit. Great. Tuck it in a little bit. On both sides. And then push that up. We're going to use the glass transparent. Like that. That looks alright. Now that I know that my struts actually could have been larger, I'm going to make them... I'm going to use them up here. The thickness, maybe? The thickness was not that thick, I don't think. I didn't think it was. I don't know. Apparently I don't know. So, maybe. Maybe it was. Okay. Got that. I guess we got to do a little bit more just to get this covered up. Why is that not lined up? Did I not line this up right? There we go. Okay, that works for now. Good, good. Get rid of the extra solar panel for now. Now we need to add the side walls again. I'm going to scoot this right up into the corner here. Like that. I think that looks good. Make sure those are lined up nicely. Yeah, it looks good. Sweet. Okay, we'll mirror these and call it one more step here. Get rid of that. Let's tuck this in. So this is going to be the back wall of the cabin. Right here. That flush? No. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just lower this down till it is right there. All right, this is our rescue rover. It looks pretty good. You know, this is pretty good. This is tolerable, I would say. I would call it an adequate design. We'll add one more strut here for the, like, brace. Because I think we lost one. And then we'll stop adding paint to the painting. Right there? Yeah. Why on earth? No. Absolutely not. Alright. What the heck? Why? Why is it like this sometimes? There we go. No, 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 no. Don't grab the wheels. Do not grab the wheels. Stop. Stop it. Alright, 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 alright. It's good. It's fine. It's good. Launch it. Is it going to let me launch? It let me launch. Alright, it's valid. Oh, man. Those part connections are starting to get actually aggravating. Alright, Guinness down. Next up, longboard. For our second drink. Okay. Let's see how well it performs. Seems to work pretty well. Not very fast. But I would imagine it's going to pretty much tank any terrain. Oh yeah, she's going pretty quick, actually. So the Stranded Drew is a long frickin' ways away. And we crashed. Alright, so that's cool. Just absolutely wailed ourselves into that wall. Alright, 5 times time acceleration, not the move. Actually, hold on. We do need to go back to the drawing board because I realized our controls for this vehicle are not right. We need to make a correction here before we keep going. So, the back wheels I set to pitch. The front wheels still yaw. We need them both on pitch. Also, let's go ahead and set the torque for both to the same. Yeah. I don't really care what it is, it just needs to be the same. Also, since we're here, because I can't help but keep wanting to add and change things. I don't like how these circles look. Why are these rotated weird? Alright, fix that. Nice, okay. I like the axles better. It looks more realistic now. Now we can start. The Afterman, thank you for your comments. I see you were kind of telling me what to do there in chat. I had it figured out eventually. But yeah, it's definitely a valid to like connect things with the connect or part connect tool and not actually have them touching. That is a valid way to get connections to work sometimes. We're using 5 times time acceleration because it is too darn far away to do this at normal speed. What? That's too steep? That's too steep right there? Alright, fine. I'm sure we can find a way up. Now here's the tricky part. We gotta get down this mountain. I'm doing this way faster than I ought to be. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Alright, sweet. So far we're doing okay. I don't think I added any suspension to these wheels. And I'm starting to realize that because it's really jittery. Like more than it has any reason to be. Obviously I'm doing this at 5 times time acceleration, but it seems stiff. So I don't think I added suspension, which I should have done that. The suspension does make a difference here. But, oh, no, 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 no. Well, alright. Since we did that, we might as well go back to the drawing board again. Gotta fucking roll the... Gotta roll it. Gotta flip it every time. Alright, what are we even doing? We need a higher gear ratio. I realize that for one. Let's do 6 for both of these. There's no reason we shouldn't have climbed right over top of that. Yeah, right over top that hill. And then let's enable this. And increase our brake torque. Okay. So we beefed up our propulsion train. We've got higher torque, lower gear ratioed wheels. It's going to help us climb those mountains better. Oh yeah, much better. Actually, too good. Like... Okay, hold on. That's not gonna work. Too much torque. Too much torque. The center of gravity is pretty low, dude. Like, I don't know how much lower you want me to take it. Could widen the wheelbase a little bit, actually. Stiffen these joints up. A little less torque is the answer here. We'll go 843. Because like it should be fine, right? Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. And see if we have any more control issues. Also, let's throw a pilot in. Yeah, let's launch it. Might as well have this as a manned vehicle. So we have the extra seats. We're only picking up one guy, so we only need one extra seat. Alright, she's beefy now. We got a wide wheelbase. We have suspension. That's impossible. That should not happen. We're gonna crank it up all the way, all right? Gear ratio, ridiculously high. And then torque down to 600. Less damper, yeah, we'll try that next. Maybe the suspension's actually hurting us, not helping us. It should help us. The suspension should improve its performance. But if it's fighting us, then I'm not gonna keep it on. There we go. It's still a little bouncy. It's a little springy, but that's more what you would expect. I think it was just like over torque on the wheels. Okay, well the roll cage works. Hey, we survived. Can she climb up this hill? She cannot. We gotta like climb sideways up it. Can't just go straight up the hill, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna use the brake slider. I'm just gonna apply gentle braking constantly. Alright, that's twice we've rolled it and survived. That's cool. Let's get off this mountain. Off the mountain. Do we just need to, we might just need to take this at real time. Not do fast forward, because it's almost impossible to control at 5 times speed. We could tone it down to 2 times speed if we needed to. If we really needed to. Okay, no, it's the suspension. That's too much. That is too much suspension. And it shouldn't be. Like, it shouldn't be like that crazy of an uptick, but apparently it is. So you think it's too much damper, huh? I can believe that. We'll bring this down to 90% and 100%. Tone it down a little bit. Just make it overall weaker. And I think that'll help. Because it's just like every time the wheel touches the ground, it kicks it off. It bounces off. Okay, this is a little better. Except for when I roll it, it's better. Come on, get up the hill. Get up the hill. Come on, let's go. She's still a little bouncy. Will you go, please? This is too steep for you. This hill right here is too steep for you. You can't handle this? Unbelievable. Come on. Get up. Get up there. And we've rolled it again. An eight-wheeler? An eight-wheeler is actually not a terrible idea. Do we? You want to build like a massive crew transport? The rattlesnake and piloto. You have the tires reports supposed to go the other direction. Oh, do I? No, they're not reversed. Maybe they are. I mean, they're going the right direction. When I push forward, they roll forward. I don't think they're going the wrong direction. I do like the rattlesnakes an idea of just doing a big honking like crew transport. I find that idea fun. We don't have a joint. No, we don't have like any good. We don't have the like links yet. Because what I could do is do rotators to make joints. How about instead we do super low damper, super weak. Max up my sideways traction. And then make this long. Like 6. What? Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Link these together. Turn off all the part connections but this one. Alright, there we go. Are these lined up right? Yeah, that looks right. And mirror. Do we do a 4th set for fun? Yep, okay, do that. Let's just get the spacing on these evened out. Alright, I mean, it might work. It's worth a shot. Maybe not 0, 50 is good. Oh, for damper, yeah, we could do 50. I'm absolutely here to take recommendations for the crowd. If anyone has any thoughts on what I should be doing, chime in now. Okay. Let's also do turning angle on this guy. So the front and rear wheels will have turning angles. Oh, that's nice. That's good. So these are rotated wrong. Okay. There we go. Is it gonna work? I mean, like, it'll work, but... Oh, no. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Back tires are wrong. Back tires are... I need to invert. Maybe not invert. I might have the wheel completely flipped. They should be inverted. There we go. Now it should work. Now it should work. Let's give her a roll. And the wheel was upside down. You could also invert it, would do the same thing, but I wanted to rotate the wheel so that it's in the right actual wheel orientation. Yeah, see, now it does that. Here's what we want to see. Alright, our freaking land tank is ready. If this fails to climb a hill, I'm gonna cry. I'm not afraid to cry. I will do it. So far, so good. I'm going to hold off on using the time accelerate when I can to avoid losing control during some of the steeper, trickier bits of terrain. Like right here, for instance. This is a pretty nasty bit of business we got to get over. So we're going to take it slow. We're just going to let the vehicle coast down. It's not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Alright. Here we go. At the bottom. Can it climb the hill? Can it climb the hill? Yes, it can climb the hill. Alright, now we got something with some real torque to it. Alright, just taking it easy. We're just taking it easy. It's the goal here. When I get down into that valley, I think the Druid is in the same location as last time. Yeah, it is. That's definitely the same valley. Because I remember flying through here. Alright. Now we step on the brakes and try not to roll it. No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. This is the opposite of stopping. Well, the wheels are acting like good... Oh! Yeah, he dead. He ain't there no more. Alright, you know what this means, everyone. We're ditching this entire design. We're just not doing this. We'll save it. Career mode land crawler. I think what we're missing is shocks. Like actual shocks so that the wheels can travel, because otherwise they just bounce too much. No, we're moving on. We're not going to keep bashing our head against this. We're going to shift. We're going to shift to something we know works, which is our two-seater biplane, because we did this last time, and it was fine. So we're just going to fly over to them. All right, throttling up. Yeah, of course. Of course. Roll it back. We're going to try that again without hitting the side of the wall there. Okay. Well, she's airborne. That's half the battle. Yeah, we just doing this like a Land Rover through this terrain would just not be cool. All right, Valentina Daughtry is our new astronaut. If we can rescue her. All right, we're gonna kill our engine early. Gonna whip into a tight turn here. I'm gonna throw my brake on early. So I've reversed my props is the first thing I've done. And the goal is to hit stall speed just over the ground. Or, instead of doing that, completely lose control right at the end there. That's fun. You want to try it with only 3 wings, guys? Yeah, that's not controllable. Okay. That's not controllable. So what we did wrong there is we kept the torque, or we kept the motor on, and that motor generates a lot of torque. And then it flipped. We basically flipped ourselves over with how strong the engine is on this plane, which is partially on me for kind of over torquing this plane a little bit. So I gotta be more careful when I'm using it because it does generate a lot of excess torque. Like I have to full roll right there on the runway just to keep it from flipping over. Yeah, we could do a twin motor, but like for a biplane like this, you wouldn't have twin motor. This is actually realistic, right? Like biplanes have, it's like small single engine planes. If you've ever flown before, you do have to insert a kind of continuous roll just to keep them flying steady. That is a thing they do. All right, D'Angelo Cross is our new astronaut. Great. So we're going to keep a lower throttle setting. No, not the propellers. I don't know how to make a helicopter. Does anyone know how to make a helicopter? Because that's the other thing we could try is making a helicopter. I feel like we ended our last live stream crashing into the side of a mountain over and over again, too. Okay, now we just need to get over there. Keep it a bit above stealth speed. Yeah, I know to do that. It's all about the timing. Like when to deploy the chute, when to do everything. Big quadcopter, maybe. Quadcopter might actually be a good idea. I need to figure out how to do the control, right? Because you would need to adjust your throttle inputs based on your pitch, roll, and yaw. Not simple. Like none of these are simple. All right, brake on, slider 1 fully down. Slight negative torque. We want slight negative thrust. Now I'm going to come in shallower, so I'm going down earlier so I can come in shallower. Ah! Oh, you know what? Is it the brakes? Is it too much brake? Am I braking too hard again? Because I hit the ground fine and then I pitched forward. It's got to be the brakes. All right, we're not going to use brakes anymore. Yeah, it's the brakes again. I think we did the same thing last time too because I'm stupid. All right. This is just practicing. You know, we're getting better. We're making ourselves better at this. All right. What's his name going to be now? Take your guesses. Brian McKay. Okay. Bryn McKay. That's a name. Sure, Bryn McKay. All right, we slowed down a little too much there. I need to pick up some speed. For fuck's sake. Alright, we did it! Yay, we did it! It was the brakes again. Perfect. Yeah, I can push the legs a little bit forward as well. Let's real quick repack the chute. Sweet. Enter. Great. Try not to crash, try not to crash, try not to crash, try not to crash, try not to crash. Hey, we didn't crash. I got this nice first-person view. Alright, so we just need to fly back to the village. Will this tolerate autopilot at all? Sort of. Not really, no. Alright, we did it. We are... Now we're Yuri up front. There's our new guy back there. Alright, stop fiddling around. Let's just get a move on. Okay, alright. Enough of that. Time for the landing. We're gonna reverse our props, same as last time. And I'm gonna use the parachute to give me a little bit extra braking force. Well, that's a little higher than intended. That's fine. We didn't need any of that anyway. The guy survived. Most of the plane's intact. It's fine. That's fine. Alright. I think that's where we're going to leave this live stream. We covered a lot of ground. We did a bunch of contracts. I think we did like 12 contracts. There's a couple new contracts. Like the big new one that's coming up is the Silero flyby. That's going to take a long time. We could also do like the Luna orbit here. There's a couple small like deployment missions we could do. Luna flyby as well. But yeah, the Silero mission is going to be the big milestone here. So we've got plenty of money. We got $716 million. That's a lot. We just need to make sure that we've got the right tech points. So one of the things I need to look at, fulfilled contract 67. No, here we go. One of the things I need to figure out how to do is find the deepest dive, because we've done 10, but we would get 50. We would get 140 if I can dive to the deepest point in Drew. And all I need to do is find out where that is. And I think I could write a Visi program real quick to find me the Latin long and then just fly to it and then drop something in there. So maybe we'll do that on the next live stream because that's an easy 140. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was a fun one. We definitely did a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. So take care. Stay safe out there and, just keep on living your best lives.